Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Salesian Eagles baseball. Now, we had some technical difficulties. Not sure what's going on here right now, but we are in the top of the fifth inning. It's 2-0 Spellman now. Last time we saw you guys, it was 1-0 Spellman. And what happened is Joe Panza got a huge strikeout. And with 2 outs, there was I believe it was a wild pitch or pass ball. And that scored another run for Spellman. I'm not sure if you guys got to see the strikeout before we got disconnected, but we were trying to find ways to get it back to you guys, and it came down to Father Paul came out of nowhere and offered to give us an extension cord from the provincial house. So that was very nice of Father Paul, and without his contribution, we would not be talking to you guys right now.
Also, Daniel Brito with his hotspot.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but it's doing the job.
And now it is lined to Joey Roman at second. He makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. No runs scored in this inning. Still 2-0 Spellman.
Let's stay here, though, and just let everybody know exactly what went on while we were gone. Just because we missed so much.
Yeah, not much.
We apologize for that.
Not much in the game, besides that one run that scored.
In terms of what we missed, in the fourth inning, you did see, you saw Spellman score that run. Salesian actually did get a man on base. Delgadillo drew a walk, so that was actually the third base runner of the game for them. But then it ended up then there was a ground out by Joey Roman, so that was the end of that for Salesian. But now at the top of the fifth, we had a fly out, a grounder. He had the walk by number 41, but then the line out you just saw right there. So now here we are in the bottom of the fifth. Salesian needs a run here.
Number 66 still on the mound for Spellman. And what's the line we got on Mr. Number 66?
So number 66, in 4 innings, we have only given up 1 hit and 1 walk, but 6 strikeouts. So definitely a very good performance for him.
He's been dealing. And so has Joe Panza. He's pitched a very, very good game.
Yeah, he's not getting enough credit. Even though a handful of people have been getting on base, he's been preventing people from scoring, and it's only 2.
And, right now the line we have on Joe actually is in 5 innings. He's given up 5 hits, but still only given up that 1 run. He's also given up 2 walks and has 4 strikeouts. So, overall very solid for him. You can't really, even though, he has given up 5 hits, he's still preventing and keeping those runs off the board is still very good, only giving up those 2 runs. But really, he's been able to keep Salesian in the ball game. So here you're down to your last 9 outs, and you need to go on a run here. We've had a couple guys who get scoring position, but haven't really seen much outside of that. So now it's time where you got to string together those base hits, and we got to see the offense start to roll. And it's going to be Chris Paredes to start that off that run for Salesian in the bottom of the 5th.
Again, we apologize for all these technological issues. It feels like every other game we have a problem, but we got a new GoPro. It's using up a lot of battery. We got hotspot issues because we're using other people's data. We're working the best we can. That's all I can tell you. At least you're getting a good amount of this game. It's in parts. We apologize for missing it, but
There's a strike.
For what we got, man, I'm telling you, it's something.
Yeah.
At least we started with something.
Yeah, the first game with the GoPro is always going to be a challenge, but I think we're getting the hang of it now.
That one's on the inside corner for a strike, going 2.
That was really dirty.
He didn't agree with it. And he calls time here.
I think it got enough of the plate, to be honest. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, no. I think it might have, but it was at the knees. I think you definitely have an argument if you're the batter. You see an 0-2, and that's just outside for ball 1-2.
The one thing I will say though, 66 has not been able to get as much strikeouts. Not with as high of a frequency as he was in that first inning. He got off to a great start, but he's still getting outs, as we see right there. That is a grounder for Chris Paredes. But yeah, I wonder if the lower number of strikeouts is just maybe a result of Salesian batters being more familiar with him and more familiar with his stuff.
I think so. I think we're looking at second time through the order now. Kind of used to his stuff. You're expecting that fastball now. Maybe I think he's getting a little fatigued out there. Maybe velocity's down just a little bit.
Yeah, but in the first 2 2/3, he had 4 strikeouts. He's only had 2 since then. He had 1 in the third and 1 in the fourth. So
Fastball still has some zip on it to Jack Phillips, who grounded out his last time
it'll be interesting
up.
to look here. Going to be near getting in a 6th inning, in the next inning. So you think Salesian will keep Joe Panza out there?
I believe so. Usually there's only maybe one pitching change per game. That one is swung on and missed, and that's strike 3 on Jack
I guess we spoke
Phillips.
too soon there, as that is the 7th strikeout for number 66, Spellman.
Now, we are having some action in the Spellman bullpen. Nothing going on in Salesian's bullpen. Looks like Joe Panza will get the 6th inning.
We have Wally up, who actually has the only hit of the game for Salesian, looking to replicate that success.
Is choking up on the bat just a little bit. He takes fastball high there, 1-0. That pitch is in the dirt. So 2-0 count to Wally. Lined that base hit to right field. Hit it very hard. That one is inside.
3-0. I'd assume in the situation, I don't know if you would greenlight him. I don't think you would.
Yeah, no, 2 outs. No, 2 outs. Yeah, I think he might. Yeah. No, he wants to walk, but it just clips the inside corner.
Still a good take regardless, though, especially when it's coming inside like that. It's a 3-1 count.
Pitch. Swing and a miss. It'll be a full count now.
And 66 trying to work out of a 3-0.
Came from 3-0 back to a full count.
Big pitch here, 66. Wally will hit it, and that's another base hit for Wally.
He got all of that one.
Game, yeah.
He scored that one up perfectly. Hit the barrel of the bat beautifully.
And Wally's having a great game there in that 9-hole.
Absolutely. Shortened the swing just a little bit. And it's paying off.
And we're back to the top of the order. This is the situation they were in the third inning. They weren't able to make use of it. But, here I'd assume they might have some movement on the bases. You got your leadoff hitter. So hopefully this can lead to something.
Here's Rosales, who lines that one to left, and it's
And
caught
by the
third baseman number, not sure, just apologize. But regardless, third baseman made a nice catch. Walks back to the Spellman dugout celebrating.
And that will do it for the 5th inning. But, once again, another base hit for Salesian. Hopefully we see more of those in the 6th and 7th.
We're here in the top of the 6th inning. Number 4 to lead off. And Joe Pans is still on the mound for Salesian. And he deals that curveball just outside. 1-0.
So number 4 in this game has actually 2 groundouts and is 0 for 2.
Swing and a miss.
It's truly turning into a pitching duel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen in some of the past couple games, it always starts off as a pitching duel, and maybe Salesian will bring in the bullpen, and it'll let up a few more runs, and the team will win a decisive victory. But we're seeing here today, it's pitching to really holding up. And we saw, and like I mentioned earlier, as Panza gets a strike there, last time Panza took the mound, he pitched really well. He didn't let up at all. I believe it was in the 6th or 7th inning, is that when he's grounded to him. He'll fire to first in time for the first out. But it was really when they brought in relief pitchers, when the walks started coming in.
Well, there's
That's
one
when
thing to
it's
say
4-1.
about this game, though, Chris, is that in general, very solid start from him, even though he has given up those 2 runs. I mean, he's keeping them in the ball game. That's what's most important.
Yes, absolutely. And that's the theme we've been seeing from.
Because, especially for Salesian, in the past they've struggled to score runs. Besides that, that one huge, 10-run outburst. But, this is the most important part. Just keep yourself in the game. Maybe you can have a late rally in your bones.
1-0. It's number 8. Is line to right, and it's
Off the glove of Wally. So is that an error or a base hit? Because if that is a base hit, that is his third hit of the
now.
game.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I couldn't really see too well.
It looked like it bounced off the ground off Wally's glove.
The catcher, was kind of in my way a little bit. No, obviously not his fault in any way, but it's just how it happened to be.
It looked more to me like a nasty hop. So.
I would think it's then a base hit.
And that would actually give number 8 his third single of the game, 3-for-3 game for number 8. So he's definitely been a huge force for them in session, their offense.
It's a 2-0 to number 11.
You know what?
Or 1-0. That's a strike. 1-1.
All the hits we've seen in this game have been singles as well. I'd have to imagine, especially when the wind is the way it is, it'd be pretty hard to hit one to the gap. A game like this.
Yeah. Obviously, with the wind blowing in, as you mentioned, not going to see many extra base hits. There's that curveball and just missed high. 2-1.
Because we have seen balls carry to left and right, but just not really able to get one to the gap. That's been a common theme.
Pitch is in there for a strike. 2-2 now.
Pick off attempt, and that is off the first baseman glove, and Spellman will move to second base off of that. So that's definitely tough to see. Very often when you try to go for the pickoff, you don't usually imagine it ending like that, but fortunate reality sometimes. So we have runner in scoring position with 1 out, number 11 up at bat. Joe Panza now over 5 innings of work.
That's just outside, and it's going to be a full count to number 11. Who struck out twice in this ball game. The pitch here is fouled back here.
And that ball going out to the street.
It is starting to get a lot chilly over here if you're a spectator, a live spectator in this game.
Actually looking back, I saw the ball roll down the road. That is definitely a sight to see.
Might be another payoff. Swing and a miss. Got him with the slider.
That's the first strikeout of the game for number 11.
What are you say for Panza? I was going to smack you.
That is the third strikeout of the game for number 11.
So, very interesting. Number 8 and number 11 back-to-back in the hitting order. You have number 8 with 3 straight singles and number 11 with 3 straight strikeouts.
Now it's flared to left center, and it's going to fall in.
The catch, and that will bring home the third run for Spellman. It's now a 3-0 ball game.
Chris Rosales, the left fielder, made a nice effort diving to try to make the catch. It landed in front of him, however, and
really tough to see with the sun, the way it's glaring over there, to read it off the bat. It was off the end of the bat. They looped where they weren't. Unfortunate. Good pitch by Panza.
Here's number 7.
Number 7 with a grounder and a line out in his previous 2 at-bats.
No, it's in the air to left, sorry. On third base line, third baseman Justin Nardo makes the catch, and that will do it in the top of the 6th. Well, another run comes across to score for Spellman. It's 3-0. And we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Welcome to the bottom 6th. Number 66 still out there for Spellman. Leading off this inning for Salesian will be Joe Panza.
In his previous 2 at-bats, Joe has struck out both times, so looking to change the tide here.
Pitch. It's in there for a strike, 0-1.
Stay in there, baby. Stay in there.
Panza 0 for 2 today.
1-1.
Let's go.
1-1 is in there for a strike. 1-2. One, two. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout.
That would be the 8th of the game for number 66. It'll be Aaron Portez up here for Salesian with 1 out.
3-0 Spellman. Spellman with a 6th, 1 out. That misses high, I want to know. No, swung on and missed.
1-1.
Pitch is in there for a strike on the breaking ball. It's going to be another 1-2.
Nice base hit into the gap. Portez around and two. Will he get in there? Yes, he will. A double for Aaron Portez, and the first extra base hit of the game for both sides. And that was a beautifully hit ball.
It
Great
was.
speed to get to second.
Just as I was saying, where I'd imagine it'd be tough to hit balls to the gap. Aaron Portez delivers there with that ball into the gap. And Salesian's really in business there.
It's Ramirez who takes fastball high, 1-0. Which is popped up.
One and one is the count. You know, we've seen a couple of times previously that Salesian has not been able to really capitalize when they've had that runner on second base and in scoring position. So you got to do it now, especially here in the 6th inning.
1-1 is low.
2-1.
Here, it's fouled back. That pitch is low. It's going to be a full count to Ramirez.
You know, really a huge pitch here in this whole entire game. Because if you can get 2 base runners here, Salesian's going to be in a very good position. So, critical at bat here and critical pitch for both number 66 and Ramirez.
Pitch is high.
That will be a walk. Salesian for the first time has 2 base runners. They'll have Ramirez at first and Portez at second, and Delgadillo will come up to bat.
As the tying run.
And there'll be a meeting on the mound. Possibly, could we see the end of number 66?
Unlikely.
Now there is a pitcher warming up in their bullpen, but it is just a pitching visit, mound visit.
And it will just be a mound visit. 66 will stay out there to face Delgadillo. So for now, we got Delgadillo at bat and Joey Roman on deck. What's the key here? How do you get those runs across if you're Salesian? This is the best shot you probably have had all game to do so. What do you do?
Well, first of all, you only have 1 out here, so it's not necessarily the most ideal thing to just move the runners up. Now, that could work, right? You could get a 2-out single, but I really think you want to find something to drive here. And you don't have to hit it, obviously, out of the park, but try to get a base hit here. Something preferably to the left side, as there's a large gap between the shortstop and third baseman. They're shifted up the middle here. That one is on the outside corner for a strike, 0-2 now.
Hey, you know, especially for a right-handed batter, it is kind of interesting to see the shift be that way, because that is a huge gap in between, you know, second and third base.
So he's definitely going to swing here. Pitch is high.
But yeah, no, you really don't see that shift a lot in a right-handed batter.
Not sure how you can have analytics like that in high school baseball. That's what they're rolling with. That is strike 3 called. A nice curveball there. That is number 9. Oh, number 66. Here's Joey Roman.
Very important, that bat. Can't really stress that enough.
Now you're looking for that RBI single. He swings at the first pitch. That one's fouled. Slashed down the right field line.
Good contact though made on there for sure.
Little quicker, kid. Let's go, Joey.